Imagine a story focused on an obnoxious prepubescent whose only talent is for disrupting the lives of everyone she encounters. Then imagine film techniques so frenzied and assertive that nothing, literally nothing, can be taken for granted at any one moment. Endure it for 90 minutes, et voilà! You have experienced Zazie dans le métro, a film that gives idiosyncrasy and formal invention a bad name. It does not even once come close to the effervescent comic confection its makers presumably wanted to make. Indeed, it proves that the more you try to charm, the less you do so. It is not the product of incompetence. Considerable talent was involved, including director Louis Malle and Philippe Noiret as Zazie's Uncle Gabriel, who is the best thing about the movie. On the other hand, the young lead, Catherine Dumongeau, unfortunately does not have the appeal to override her character's capacity for chaos. She is almost too well cast. According to the IMDb, Dumongeau became a teacher as an adult. The title refers to Zazie's single ambition on her visit to Paris to ride the metro, but those obstreperous Parisian workers are on strike. So instead, we follow her from one bizarre encounter to another, interacting with characters even more unpleasant than herself. Many of their antics are photographed in speeded-up motion, perhaps to lend the flavor of silent film slapstick. Nonetheless, an overly long trip to the Eiffel Tower, pointless chases through the streets, zigzagging through a flea market, a horrific traffic jam that seems to bring all of Paris to a halt, and much more are not enhanced by the repetitive technique. The material might make for an amusing short, but an hour and a half is at least an hour too long. Zazie does eventually get to ride the metro at the end of the film, but she sleeps through the ride in exhaustion. Some may take that as a cue to interpret everything as her dream in the metro. To be sure, the shifting expectations, interrupted action, and unmotivated violence do feel like an exhausting frustration nightmare. If that is your idea of a good time, enjoy. Otherwise, there is nothing funny or pleasant about it. It is worth stressing that the frenzy, ruptures, and seamy characters are apparently what Malle and company wanted to provide. According to the disc Dust Jacket, the novel by Raymond Queneau on which the film is based was thought to be unfilmable. So presumably all involved worked with calculated deliberation. I just don't get the jokes. Maybe the film is considered a classic because it is intended to be zany and anarchic and is treated as if it succeeds. No one wants to admit being left out. It's French, after all, so it must be smart, right? Or perhaps it is unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. I'll remember it as torture. I barely made it to the end.